Hello guys, TM here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Against the Moon, which is a roguelike deck building strategy game. Now before getting into the review, I quickly want to mention that I was given a review copy in order to make this video. However, my opinions will still remain objective in order to further improve the game and bring awareness to my audience. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the review. The story of Against the Moon is that in the past, humans once created beasts that went rampage and out of control. The remaining humans that were able to survive escaped in an area called Citadel and took refuge. To give the humans a fighting chance, a group of superhumans called Ultori fight for them. This is when the Ultori go on a quest to defeat heroes and creatures of the moon. When we start the game, we are able to choose two types of modes. The first is a story mode. I find the story to be very enjoyable as the game provides a unique story for the people that may want to know the origins of Against the Moon. In order to give the player a better experience, the game has voice acting for almost every dialogue in the game. This made the story more enjoyable for me as it gave some characters more personality and also made it easier to go through the game. The other mode is a roguelike. This for me personally is a key part of the game as it has an endless variety of replayability. The game gave me a bit of a bad experience in the beginning as when I was in the main menu we were able to see multiple boxes saying coming soon. Although I enjoyed the game and felt that it had enough content, seeing multiple boxes saying coming soon gives it a feeling of an early access game and doesn't feel like a fully released game. Before starting our match, we are able to choose our characters. I find these characters to be very enjoyable and unique as they have their own set of attacks, health and special abilities. An example is the female attacking the enemy with the highest health or the male warrior who is able to stun 3 enemies. As we progress into the game, we are able to give our characters new and further improved abilities. An example can be our warrior who moves further in the row in return of gaining extra health. Once we choose our characters, we enter a map. There are multiple starting points and each chosen location lead to a fight with unique circumstances and reward. This made replayability a lot more enjoyable as it gives the player a chance to strategize and choose a location which benefits their needs. At the end there is a boss that we must battle. After defeating this boss we are then able to move to the next map where the game continues. When we enter a fight there are 3 lanes which we are able to put down our monster. Each lane at the back have our 3 Ultoris assisting us. On our far left we have a character called the Great Mother Ox who represents us in battle. Even if one of our Ultori members die in battle, they will restart the next match with full health. However, the Great Mother Ox does not regenerate health automatically between battles, and if set to 0 then our run will come to an end. In order to defeat the enemy, we are able to use 2 types of attacks. The first is when we drop monsters on one of the 3 lanes. These monsters have their own unique abilities such as putting up shields, gaining extra attack damage and much more. The seconds are magicals that have an instant effect on the enemy or our allies. Some examples are dealing direct damage to the enemy or reducing their attack damage. As we battle enemies and defeat them, we are able to acquire multiple rewards. An example is an arcane cell that allows us to gain 1 of 3 monsters or magicals. If we do not like what we are given, then we have a chance to reload and have a new set of options to choose from. We are also able to gain metacubes that allow us to upgrade our monsters and magicals. This is one of my favorite parts of the game as each monster and magicals are given 2 evolutions that they are able to choose from. What makes this even better is the fact that the evolutions are not necessarily better as they sometimes consume more Luna which we use to summon our monster. This then also gives value to the standard monsters and does not make them useless. One thing I do hope gets slightly changed are the amount of Luma we start off at, as only having 6 feels a bit restrictive and does not give the player to be creative or strategize in battle. Although we are able to increase this as we progress in our game, I feel like having 7 or 8 at the start is perfect. My problem especially gets worse when monsters end up costing 6 or 7 Luma when we upgrade them and we only start off with 6. There is a meta progression in the game as when we win battles or defeat bosses we are able to gain research points. With the research points we are able to spend them where we get a random monster, magicka or an evolution to our current magicka or monster. We are then able to use these new monsters and magickas in our next battle. I find the visuals to be very enjoyable as they have a cartoonish look to them that gives it a unique look to the game and makes it stand out. In conclusion, I highly recommend Against the Moon as it has a large amount of magicals and monsters and abilities that makes every run seem unique. The game also has an awesome evolution feature which I absolutely loved. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you are interested in the game or want to check it out, I have a link in the description to its Steam page. I hope you liked my review and be sure to expect more coming. I'll see you guys in the next video. TM out.